I'm Joe Bentley.
And I'm Samantha Burford. Welcome to Richmond's first Richmond Tourism Talk. Hi, I'm Samantha Burford, and I'm here today with Jane Quigg from the Richmond Powwow Association. Jane, can you tell us what's happening with the Richmond Powwow?
Yes, I can. We're happy to present our 18th, I think, powwow, September the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. September the 23rd will be Children's Day or Kids' Day. We have over 1,000 kids that come. They're bused from Fayette County, Madison County, Kenton County, all over the surrounding counties of Kentucky to come to our event. And the reason why is Governor Fletcher has pronounced our powwow as the powwow, the educational powwow in Kentucky. And we are so proud of that because we do a lot of contributions for the rich American heritage and culture in our Commonwealth.
That is great. So if someone wants to attend the event, can you tell us where it's at and how much it will cost to get in?
Yes, it's at Battlefield Park, 1546 Battlefield Memorial Highway, US 421.
Okay.
The cost is $2 per children and $5 for adult. The reason we charge is we have to pay our talent. We would love to do this for free, but we have to pay the Native Americans who come to educate the public, and especially the children, about Native American culture, therefore keeping the culture alive.
So Jan, tell us, will there be any kind of special famous people attending your event this year?
Yes, we're very proud to have Lenny Prince. She's a Native American author of the book called Scattered Leaves. And we're very happy to announce that it is going to be made into a movie in Hollywood, no doubt. So Harrison Ford, watch out, because he was in Cowboys and Aliens. This event, in her movie, there are going to be all kinds of wonderful people who are going to be actors in this event. They're Native people, so look out, Harrison Ford.
Oh, that's exciting for our town of Richmond, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Great. So rain or shine, the event's still on.
Rain or shine, we dance in the rain.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to attending, and good luck with your event. Stay tuned for more Richmond Tourism Talk. We'll be right back right after this.
Sparky the Fire Dog here. Make sure your family has a fire escape plan, and they practice it twice a year. One important thing to practice is get low and go.
Get low and go?
If you see or smell smoke, it's important to get low and go. You guys ready to practice?
Yeah!
Let's give it a try. Smoke rises, so you want to make sure you get low under the smoke, or you'll find that the air is safer to breathe. Great job, guys! Protect your family from fire. For more information, visit sparky.org.
Hi, I'm Joe Bentley. I'm with Jay Marks, Associate Vice President of Alumni Affairs. And Jay's here to talk to us a little bit about Homecoming. Can you tell us when it is this year?
Homecoming is going to be taking place on October 22nd this year. We've got a whole gamut of activities and events to go along with the game as well.
Well, who's Eastern playing? Who's their opponent, and what time is that game for everybody?
We'll be playing Tennessee State at 3 p.m. on Saturday.
What are the kind of activities you have going on besides the football game for Homecoming?
Well, actually following Sunday, one of our bigger events that we plan each spring and fall will be EKU's Day at the Races, where we have about 250 different EKU alums from all across the country, really, that come in, and we'll be up at Kingland for that day. Plus, there's activities that will be taking place on campus starting on Thursday throughout, the weekend.
Well, tell us about the parade. That seems to be the perennial favorite for everyone. I know my kids and I, we line up on the street on Lancaster and watch. It's something to look forward to every year. Tell us a little bit about the parade, when it starts, and maybe do you have any idea how many entries you have or how many you're expecting this year?
Generally, we have close to 100 entries in the parade. It'll be taking place roughly 11 o'clock following the homecoming run, which really kicks off at 11 o'clock. The parade will be right behind them at like 11:05. It'll follow the typical parade route of down Lancaster, then Main Street, and then loop back around onto campus.
Okay. Well, if people want more information about the homecoming activities or parade, where can they find that information at?
We've got a whole bunch of the different activities and events already set up on the alumni site at Eastern right now. We're working on the revamping of the homecoming site for the main university page, and that should be up in the next week or so. Okay.
Well, thank you for your time, Jay, and we appreciate you coming by, and invite everyone to come out and enjoy the alumni activities that Eastern's putting on for us. They do a great job every year, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe. Always a pleasure.
Okay. We'll be right back with more Richmond tourism talk.
Young lives need air.
It's better when you go outside because you can learn more. I feel worms in here.
Light. Water.
Raining.
Rain will make it grow.
Food.
Well, what's in you is really what's around you.
Young lives need soil.
Hi, Papa, one by one.
One by one.
Moisture. Sun. Shade. Young lives need care, attention, and love to bloom and thrive. Growing bodies and minds grow better when they connect with nature every day. Open your door. Visit Nature Explore. Parents, go online at arborday.org.
It has to do with the whole being outside thing.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Samantha Burford, here with Deborah Hoskins, the Executive Director of the EKU Center for the Arts.
And we will open on Friday, as you know, and you've had a wonderful time last night.
I did. We had a great time.
Wasn't it? I mean, it was so enthusiastic, and people seeing it for the first time was incredible. When they walked in, they had that wow factor look on their eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lots of black tie,
Oh, yes.
fancy dresses.
It was.
Wonderful time.
Very elegant. The center has been in planning for 10 years, and it was a cooperative and collaborative partnership between Madison County, Richmond, the university, and the state. And all these parties came together, had a vision to build this new center, and now they have the cream of the crop out there. It's the Central Kentucky's largest venue with 2,100 seats. It's 128,000 square feet. That's a big house to have to clean.
It is big, and big to fill.
It is. But with 2,100 seats, we're able to do a lot of different and exciting things, being the largest venue, Performing Arts Center.
So tell us, who are some of the people and famous shows that we're going to see this season?
We have a great lineup for our inaugural season. Of course, we kicked off last night with our special event and 9/11 memorial that we remembered our fallen heroes, and our cirque show. So that's
amazing.
It was, yes, it was. And it showed off what the building can do. We can do anything from Broadway to Pops. We have B.B. King. Winona Judd's our next one on September 24th, and folks can purchase tickets by calling 622-SHOW.
That's easy to remember.
It is.
So can they go online and get tickets as well?
They can. It's EKUCenter.com.
Now, are there different prices for different tickets?
There's levels. The closer you get, the more expensive, the more package you do. But we have 4 different series that people can purchase.
Great.
And we encourage them to purchase the everything package, and then they get to keep their seats all during the year. They know where they're going to go in and sit down. But after Winona, we have B.B. King. And we have Willie Nelson coming. He'll be rolling up in the Red-Headed Stranger.
Yes.
And then we have Wynton Marsalis. We have the Munich Symphony. And the Munich Symphony is the group that did the music for Silence of the Lambs. So when people,
Okay.
they can now tie what's coming and what made the soundtrack for that.
Exactly.
We kick off the holiday season with Mannheim Steamroller.
Oh, very famous.
Yes, it is, and so it's the most the #1 recording of Christmas music in the country.
Right.
Their CD is. Then we have everyone's favorite, Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, so it'll be great for children and adults.
Oh yes, and it's on a Sunday, so that makes it nice too. And then we have the Temptations and the Four Tops. We have the Coasters, Drifters, and Platters. We have Spamalot, the Broadway show Spamalot. We have Chris Bodie. He is awesome. He's a PBS special and a trumpeter, and trumpet guys absolutely love him. We have Aretha Franklin coming in.
Oh my goodness.
I know, it's going to be so exciting.
There's like something for everyone.
Absolutely, there's something for everyone. We have a group that Yo-Yo Ma put together called the Knights. It's an incredible chamber music group. And an important thing that we're going to bring in April is the Vietnam Wall. We're bringing a replica of the wall that will sit on our campus, and we'll invite everyone from Kentucky to come in and see it. And we're planning for probably around 70,000 people to come to Madison County just for that visit alone.
Oh, that's great. And it's wonderful for our Richmond tourism.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's what we're trying to encourage people to come here and providing all these wonderful performances for them to
Right.
do. Our hotels are already filled up from this weekend.
Great.
And already planning, when you bring an orchestra in that has 100 performers, 100 singers, and a tech crew, you're filling it up.
You are.
It's going to change the economy of Richmond and Madison County.
Right. So you're finding that people are not just attending from Richmond, but it's Kentucky-wide and even out of state.
Oh, it is. Last night at the performance, we had folks from Virginia and Indiana and Ohio, Baltimore. Some folks came in. It's quite impressive. It is. And we invite people to come by and see the center. We'll be occupying it in our offices probably by the 24th, when the furniture's just getting in.
Great.
But everything else is ready. We invite them to come down for a tour anytime.
Oh, that's great. And then remind us once again how they can purchase tickets to come see all these great shows.
It is. It's EKUcenter.com, or it's 622-SHOW, and that's 622-7469.
Well, thank you so much for letting us know all these special famous people that are going to be attending, and we look forward to selling many tickets, and best wishes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We will be right back with more Richmond Tourism Talk right after this.
Sparky the Fire Dog here. Make sure your family has a fire escape plan, and they practice it twice a year. One important thing to practice is get low and go.
Get low and go?
If you see or smell smoke, it's important to get low and go. You guys ready to practice?
Yeah!
Let's give it a try. Smoke rises, so you want to make sure you get low under the smoke, or you'll find that the air is safer to breathe. Great job, guys! Protect your family from fire. For more information, visit sparky.org.
Welcome back. With me now is Maggie Kriebel, and she is the director of Berea's Parks and Recreation Department. Maggie and I worked together several years, so I know her very well. I consider her as good friends, so this is going to be an easy interview, I'm sure. She's here to talk a little bit about the Second Sunday event coming up, and their organization is partner in this event, and she's just going to tell us a little bit about it. What exactly is the Second Sunday for those of us that may not know?
Well, Joe, Second Sunday is actually a family-friendly event that is geared towards getting people more cognizant of and basically up and moving. We are trying to get people to bike, walk, rollerblade, you name it. Just get up and get moving to become more healthy. And it's actually an event that is sponsored by the Madison County Extension Office. Mm-hmm. Of course, Berea Parks and Recreation partners for that event because it is a Madison County thing.
So getting up from the couch to the TV doesn't really...
No, that wouldn't qualify.
Okay.
It's actually an event that takes place on the second Sunday of every year. So this year it's October 9th from 2 to 4 p.m. at Battlefield Park. And it is free, and it's for all ages, and we got a little something for everyone.
Okay, well, who all is going to be there this year?
Well, this year, of course, as in past years, we've been very fortunate to have a number of our community representatives, everyone from the American Red Cross to the Extension Office. You've got a lot of different chiropractors. Our local chiropractors get involved. St. Joe Berea, Patty A. Clay, they get involved and they come out and actually do some health screenings. Your private gyms or athletic, I guess providers, for example, the Richmond Athletic Club comes out and does Zumba demonstrations. Fitness Friends and Fun, who is one of our providers in Berea, they come out and do some demonstrations and give away lots of fun freebies.
It sounds like a lot of activities. If someone wants to set up a booth, how would they go about doing that?
They would actually contact me. I'm in charge of all the community booths and all of the activities for that particular event. Good. And they can simply call us down at the Berea Parks Department, and that number's 986-9402.
Understanding a lot of people bike, and it's going to be obviously a bike-friendly event. Do you encourage everyone to bring their own bike, or will there be some provided for them?
Well, that's the great thing about the event. Of course, we encourage people, if they have bikes and want to bring their bikes and helmets, they can do so.
Safety first.
Absolutely. But we do have Mike's Hike and Bike, once again this year, coming out to provide bike rentals. And they're very low cost, and he has a wide variety of bikes available for every size, shape, and person.
Okay. Well, thank you, Maggie, very much. Can you give us those dates again?
Sure. It's October 9th from 2 to 4 p.m. at Battlefield Park, right off of 421.
Okay. We appreciate it, and we hope everyone comes out and takes advantage of this event, as we do all events that we sponsor. So I really appreciate you coming by, Maggie.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me, and we hope to see you there.
Okay. We'll be right back with more Richmond Tourism Talk right after this.
Hi, I'm Samantha Burford, and welcome back to Richmond Tourism Talk. I'm with Lachey Mullins with Whitehall State Historic Site, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Ghost Walk. So tell us something about it and let us know about some spooky events going on.
Okay, our Ghost Walk takes place this year, the last 2 weekends in October, starting on the 20th, ending on the 29th. And we run 12 shows a night from 7 o'clock in the evening until 10:30 if we book up. We take 20 people on each tour, and these tickets are by reservation only. We start taking reservations October 1st, and they're $10 a person straight across the board.
Okay, so how do people go about getting these important reservations?
Well, they'll call Whitehall, and our phone number is 859-623-9178.
Great.
And just tell us what time and day they want to come, and we'll book them in.
And you said how many per day?
20 per show.
20 per show.
We do 12 shows a night.
So are there real ghosts at Whitehall?
Well, I don't know. It depends on if you believe that kind of thing.
Okay.
I had a tour guide whose answer when he was asked by guests if the mansion was haunted, he would say sometimes. And I think that's probably the best answer you can give, because sometimes we'll have something happen nearly every day, and then other times it'll be months.
Right. So now, will this be something that's appropriate for children, or is it a little too scary?
It's not really scary. It's not a typical haunted house where people are trying to
jump out at you, or okay.
More of a theatrical type of experience.
Great.
So if your child is into watching a theater production or something like that, they'd probably get into it.
Oh, that's great. So it sounds exciting and sounds like it's going to be very well planned and thought out. So if you remind us once again how they can order their tickets in advance.
They can call Whitehall State Historic Site, 859-623-9178, and just call and let us know what time and day you want to come, and we'll book you in.
And the dates again, one more time.
Last 2 weekends of October, starting October 20th, ending October 29th.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being with us here at Richmond Tourism Talk, and we will be right back with more Richmond Tourism Talk. Welcome back to Richmond Tourism Talk. We spent a little bit of time at the Battle of Richmond.
Him boys! this nation is worth fighting for to secure such an inestimable jewel. A portion of the people cannot destroy what the whole people created. I thought Mr. Davis would listen to those words, but he did not. And he ordered that first shot April 12th, 1861, and the Civil War became anything but civil. Over the next 4 years, there would be 10,000 battles, 500 or so right here in Kentucky, 620,000 soldiers would die for the cause of, in the end, that I said, for a new birth of freedom that I gave there at Gettysburg. Yes, the Gettysburg Address. When I gave that address, what I was meaning to say is for the people to try to understand, what did Thomas Jefferson mean when he said that all men are created equal? Well, I don't think the country knew really what I was saying until after I issued the proclamation of amnesty and reconstruction there at Gettysburg 19 days later, thinking the war would end. But the battles just continued. You see, folks, you remember I had not found my general yet. Ulysses S. Grant was winning out in the Western Theater, and I brought him in. And he now has Robert E. Lee boxed in at Petersburg in a 10-month siege. And now I've just been told at City Point, the headquarters of Grant, that Lee is going to surrender to Grant. And the message that I give to Grant at that surrender is let him up easy, because many in the country have been telegraphing me that we must find Joe Johnston and the rest of the traitors and Jefferson Davis, and we must hang them. I'm here to tell you there will be no revenge in my administration. My mother taught me right here in Kentucky, Matthew 22:38, to love one another as I have loved you. So there will be no revenge, and we will all be one nation. Now, we're all one nation again, all 36 states of us, as this war is coming to a close. So this is why I'm here, to come back to Kentucky, to bring history about this pivotal time in our nation that was on the brink of being lost, but yet there was a vast picture that I saw as your president, and I was not about to let those states go. You see, it was unconstitutional. This union is perpetual. And so now I am told that the war is almost over, and I'm sorry to say that it took 600,000 soldiers' lives, but all that I can say is that was the price that we had to pay for this evil sin of slavery that began in 1619 there in Jamestown. So thank you for allowing me to come to Madison County to share with you some history that is very important for all of us as we share in this great nation. I bid you an affectionate farewell.
There was blue and gray on the field, and the reason why we're here is for the education of the young kids and education of adults. I'm 51 years old. I'm Jimmy Jackson, and I am with the 8th Kentucky Infantry, CSA, and U.S. living historians and Civil War reenactors. We do not do just North and South. We do both Confederate and Union, because ancestors in my family and your family fought on both sides. The Battle of Richmond did not start here. It started 2 weeks before this battle was to take place in a little place called Annville, Kentucky. It's called Big Hill. The Union and the Confederate forces met there, and then they fought their way over a 2-week period up old US 421 to this site, where on Sunday the major battle took place. Saturday they had a scrimmage, and in that they was waiting for the forces to reach the field so they would have the main battle on Sunday. I've actually been reenacting Union and Confederate since 1983. I've got a degree in history, religion sciences of the church and U.S. I'm a Civil War reenactor and living historian. There is really no big difference between being a reenactor and a historian, because teaching the history as you live it, as they lived it in the past, is what we are about.
Well, my name is Robert Preston. I portray Major General William Bull Nelson here at the Battle of Richmond Civil War site. Been in the Civil War reenacting for over 22 years. Also a member of Lieutenant Colonel of the Western Federal Blues. And I've traveled to many Civil War sites such as Perryville, Gettysburg, Antietam, Shiloh, Vicksburg, Manassas. Even participated in the movie of Gettysburg as a backup star, as you might call it, but mainly portray living history to love to educate the children and youth the knowledge of the American Civil War. And, I've been participating here at Richmond for the past 6 years, and 3 of those years has been Major General William Bull Nelson, who is a Kentuckian from Maysville, Kentucky, who was in command of the forces here at Richmond, which Nelson was wounded at in the hip and then relieved to Louisville to take command of the defenses of Louisville for a potential invasion of Braxton Bragg. Unfortunately, Bull Nelson was killed at the Galt House in Louisville by one of his brigadier generals, Jefferson C. Davis from Indiana. So that could be a brief little description of my small role here at the Battle of Richmond.
We're strong in here, and we take care of each other. Mutter, as always.
For more information about these activities and events, or more going on in Richmond, Kentucky, just use the contact information on the screen.
Joe and I would like to thank you for watching Richmond's first Richmond Tourism Talk. We'll see you next time.